Blue versus orange in a show match. It's a mystery show match if you haven't heard and you just arrived. We don't know who's playing, or I say we. I actually do know who's playing. You guys do not know who's playing, and the goal is to try and figure out who is before the end of the match. It is a best of 5, blue versus orange, and we have done our best to remove every bit of identifying factor from either player. Now, obviously, they have to pick a certain car, and you'll see that both of them are playing Fennec. And if there was any car that would not give the least amount away, it's probably Fennec. I think Fennec is probably the safest one. And that is what we have here today. 2 Fennecs playing against each other. I'm going to do my best not to show anything. You're never going to see the scoreboard, the server, and you have to figure out just based on who's playing, or figure out who's playing just based on their gameplay. Now, these guys are figuring it out as well, because there is prize on the line for this show match. We want them to play the show match like it is a real show match, because it is. So, $50 for the winner of blue versus orange, but also $50 for the player who figures out who they're playing against. And we'll give them both an opportunity to guess, which means even if they lose, they will be able to guess who the player they played against was and potentially win just a little bit more than, the nothing they would get otherwise for losing the match. So, everybody in chat you'll see is already spamming their guesses as blue up 2-0 with a minute into the game. Now you guys get to play as well. Of course, what can you guys get? I've decided you can get VIP. You will get VIP in the channel if you are the first person to say what the matchup is. Now, there's a caveat. You can't just spam forever, as blue goes all the way the distance of the field and hits a nice double off the backboard. Was it a multiple reset dribble as well, or just a late flip? Oh yeah, 2 resets. 2 resets backboard double to make it 3-0 at 3:33. But if you are able to get it right, you only have one guess. I'm going to go back to your first guess after the match started, so you can't just spam forever. And that is how we will decide who gets VIP. So at the end, if you know you got it right, let me know, and we'll go back to see who got it first. As blue takes an air dribble and loses control. Orange gonna slot a flick for their first goal. I think everybody is going to remember most about how players play when they score. Maybe some people will recognize how players play defense, but I think usually, with the exception of a couple players, it's how they score on offense that is the most memorable. Orange gonna take up into an air dribble, has a reset waiting for blue to turn and challenge, and orange should be able to score here. It took their time, but does eventually get it. 2 goals in a row for orange, who had a rough start to the series. $35 stream streak. I do not know who's playing here. I'm just here for you fearingly. Well, maybe you'll be able to figure out with enough time. I think it's pretty tough. I've been thinking about doing something like this with replays as well. Replays, you can go back, and even though they of course have identifying features, there's mods, we could take them all out. But I never really thought about a good format, because of course, in order for me to do that, I would have to be the one going in to randomize them. Therefore, I would know the answer, because I almost want to kind of try this challenge myself. It sounds like a very interesting challenge to try, but the nature of me running the match means I can't try it. Now, I'd be very interested if my fellow 1v1 professional analyst, you could say, would venture a guess. I'm not sure if Johnny is watching the match today. I did not check in with him, but if he does happen to be watching, I would love to hear his guess loud and clear live. But maybe we'll get a couple other people, if they're around, who feel like they know their 1v1. Right now, it's 3-3 in orange versus blue. One thing I will tell you guys, you know what? I've been saying this whole time that I'm not going to give any hints at all, which I did mean. I really don't want to give anybody hints on region or anything like that. See if we can figure it out all on our own. But what I will say is they're players who have played before. I didn't just pick 2 random, brand new debuts who you guys have never seen, and then you just have to randomly guess, you know, who's playing. It's people who you have seen play before for sure, and you have a chance at being able to guess them. Let's put it that way. Orange double into the corner on 0. Blue has a reset wave dash, and the lead for Blue as Blue is able to slot it bottom left. Soft first touch into the reset dash as Orange defends the near post. What? Moxie, you can't be in here in chat. Or wait a second. Is Moxie just trying to scam everybody? Moxie in chat says, why the F does Blue look like me? Or is Moxie just going big brain and he is part of the game, typing in Twitch chat to throw everybody off? Orange gonna drop a flick top left. Now we're in a tie game. An ideal world has this as a good match, and it seems like it is just that. As Blue takes an air dribble and a slight fake, but mostly just protecting the ball against the Orange challenge. As Orange transitions to the ground, so afraid of what Blue has been doing. You can see the respect. This time, Blue slows it down. Orange direct kickoff win. And we are back to knot it up. Blue on the sidewall dribble sees the early challenge off the ceiling. Orange got a first touch, but not enough to stop Blue from getting the follow-up. I've never been more scared to commentate a match than this one. That might not be true. There's maybe a couple matches that I commentated on like the main channel or something for the first time. But this is definitely really high up there. And of course the reason why is because I don't want to leak who Blue or Orange are. Blue playing the possession out in the final seconds with the lead. Orange diving for a 50. Blue should just be able to carry this away, but needs to be careful. I would have expected Blue to save a little bit of boost just in case Orange was able to catch the ball. But I'm going to switch off this. You guys do not get to see anything there. I don't know what's going to happen. It might show something, but instead you're coming back to me. 6-5 for Blue. If you wanted to look at the stats, I think ping probably the big thing that it would show. You don't get to see any of that. I'll bring you back into the match once it's started up again. Blue versus Orange. Blue up 1. It looks like my series thing resets when I go away from the scene. That's okay. I can do it manually. Blue is up as Orange just barely not able to get the double, but the follow-up should be in. And a 1-0 lead for Orange. Orange backboard double, soft touch. Probably could have scored off of that follow-up touch, but fortunately Blue was not in a position to get a stop anyways. Fear, I forgot my guess. How do I know if I got it right? I don't know what to tell you. I'll be honest. I tried to think of as many things as possible. One of the situations I did not remember to think of is what if a chatter just completely forgets what they guessed. I mean, that's just on you, buddy. I think you maybe just lose. Blue playing this into their back corner. And now across the field, an attempt to play away from Orange. 34 boosts to work with. Blue's going to decide to just launch it away, go for a boost steal. Orange playing quickly on the ball on 0. Trying to reset possession. Blue continues to try and just tap the ball away. And get to a nice air dribble. Blue with a reset. Oh, top shelf. a little bump on Orange as well. Orange thought about the pre-jump, came back down to the ground, and ultimately could not intercept the late use of the reset. Blue maybe had a chance at a direct kickoff goal, but ends up missing high. Blue into the skies, reset of the midfield. Orange backs off and gets flicked on. 2-1 in favor of Blue. Resets. Orange just trying to play reactionary, waiting back that entire time. One of the main things that I do when commentating 1v1s, as I'm sure those of you guys who have been here for a while know, is I'll talk about all the history of the players and everything up until this moment, as well as all their tendencies. And I'm doing my best. Wow, Orange. Almost a nasty dish off of the back wall. Blue taking to the ceiling for a reset. Oh my goodness, what a far lean back before the flick. Orange forced again to react after grabbing the 100 boost at the midfield. Blue started the dribble so early and continues to make the outplay on the goal line. Orange, a kickoff win, a much needed one, a little butt pogo off the 50. Trying to power it past Blue at the midfield, but Blue connecting on the bump means Orange has to back off. Blue reset, drop to the ground, backflip. Trying to greed out any opportunity, but Orange has to stop. Now trying to attack back the other way. Saw a double from Orange earlier, and a clean double this time. All because Blue went for that backflip to try and finish the play, when really they need to start worrying about defense. Bit of a greed, but credit to Orange for capitalizing as well as they did, because if you don't play it quickly, you may not get the benefits of playing against somebody who made that mistake. Now Orange kick off to the side wall, an immediate goal. Another comeback for Orange to tie it back up. I am so excited that this is also a good match. Of course, every match I run, whether it's an anonymous one or not, I'm trying to make it a good match. They don't always work out that way. Blue dominating all the boost. Will again take to the skies as Orange resets at the midfield. Blue went for a really aggressive double high. Actually recovered back to not allow a counterattack. Blue wanted the impossible angle, couldn't find it. Went up into the skies again. We've seen this position a bunch now. Blue getting up into the air dribbles. Orange, who's starved out on boosts, trying to close the distance, has to reset at the midfield. Cannot challenge maybe as early as they would like to. Blue gonna take to the ground. Little 360, late use of the flip, and it ends up being a goal. You watch it from Orange's perspective. Shadow defending. Must have seemed like Blue was not going to take the flip. It's actually a great use of the 360 in order to get an angle to place that ball towards the near post. Orange bodying off the corner boost. A couple wall dashes from Blue in order to get the clear. And Orange is going to bang in an own goal. Well, there you go. Is that evidence of who's playing in the match? It's hard to say. There are lots of players who are known for the classic own goal, but Orange is going to wave dash this one directly into the net. Oh gosh. Sorry, getting over a bit of a sickness as well. But that was one of the more clear own goals I have seen in a long time. No pressure. Orange was, clearly just trying to take the ball back into their own half to maybe get a clean possession without Blue around, and instead just slammed it into their own net. Now a little chip out of the corner. Blue going in and out of the net, makes the save. Cleared it too strong. Orange down to 30 seconds left to go. A nice possession. Blue has to back off to get the back corner 100. Great placement on the bounce dribble. Orange crossbar down to make it a 1-goal game with 27 seconds left to go. Orange going to the wave dash kickoff. Blue going to steal the attacking corner. Little boost steal and a dive from Blue. Is Blue own goaling right now? They should be able to get back. Certainly not the same kind of own goal that Orange did. Now Orange on the shadow defense has really no choice but to try and challenge early. The backflip challenge does work. Blue getting rid of the ball. A little bit of boost left for Orange, but maybe not enough to make it work. And a couple bumps will guarantee gain number 2 for Blue as well. But again, we will switch off of this mode so you guys cannot see anything from the match. I did not slip up, but it is Blue up 2-0. Back into the game. 2-0 lead, but a couple close games. Blue is in the lead. I'm, of course, pulling away and making sure that you guys don't get to see any sort of information on the end game screen, like ping and stuff. The players almost certainly have seen it, and I really can't blame them. You know, there's really no possible way not to. So that is some information that they're going to get that you guys don't, in terms of guessing who they're playing against. It should be much easier for them, I would think. Orange hook shots on target, a 3-0 lead, and a start for Orange that we have yet to see. Blue had pulled away early in every game. It's only now that Orange is able to get 3 straight goals, and maybe we'll be able to hold off Blue instead of having to try and come back in every game so far. A little tap to the sidewall. Orange is going to steal the attacking corner boost. Orange on the air dribble. Blue has pre-jumped it and has a lot more boost left over. Orange going to back off. Now it's an air dribble the other way. Blue just the right touch before the challenge. And it is a 1-0 lead for Blue. Innova, thank you for the brand new tier 1. Appreciate you. And Tone for the prime as well. Blue gonna get a second goal. A big kickoff win. Orange having to play on very little boost. Unable to make the save. Blue play off the side wall. Challenge this time. Orange demo is going to lead to a wide open field possession. Blue on 0, tried to get a little bit too physical. Needed to just basically reset the play. But Orange, who had more than enough to work with, is glad to tussle there in the midfield because Orange is definitely winning the race to the ball afterwards. Orange on the carry. Blue hiding behind the ball. The eventual flick from Orange. Now trying to play this as slow as possible. Blue able to make the save. Boost steal for Orange. Now Orange off the ceiling. Pre-flip double. Does not work. Can they recover? No, it's going to be an open net shot for blue. As blue closes the distance up 2-0 in the best of 5. Right now it is orange trying to stay alive. Remember, $50 on the line for just winning the match. But we're also going to give them $50 if they manage to figure out who they're playing against as well. Blue went for a bit of a greedy long shot. Kind of play that could end a possession. And orange trying to make it that way as they play slowly here on the back wall. Now 33 boost to work with. A flick, and it goes soaring over the top of blue. 5-3 in favor of orange. Orange needs it. Is Feer about to look into every single chat? I am not going to do that, no. What I'm going to do after the game ends, here's what I'm thinking. As blue scores a kickoff goal, did orange fake it? Maybe delay wave dash. Is I'm going to have you guys guess. We'll have chat do guesses for each one. We'll have you guys basically give a list of players and maybe vote on which one you all agree is most likely for each player. Then we'll reveal what the other players guessed against each other, and then I'll give you guys the truth. Now, once we get to the truth, that's when it'll be time for somebody in chat to say, hey, I got that. I had that right. Then I will check the people who claimed they had it right to see if they really did. And again, only your first guess will count, so there's no use in spamming, and there's no use in saying the right answer right after it gets revealed. As blue wave dash 50 on the goal line against orange. Do you think we should know the players by now? You know, it's tough to say. I think this is really, really hard. This is not an easy thing to do as blue ties it up. But let me put it this way. Watching these guys play, I'm doing my best to maybe not even commentate it the way I normally would. Because, yeah, I do think both players have done things that make it possible to, you know, get an idea of who they might be. As blue goes for a nice double reset out of the corner. There's the one reset. There's the seconds. I mean, so you could argue that blue can't be someone who isn't double resetting. So if you know anybody who's double resetting, they're a potential option. Either that or blue is just popping off for the first time in the most crucial moments. Blue on the air dribble musty is going to bring it all the way back and take the lead. A 2-goal lead as orange thought about the wave dash challenge, tried to retreat, and then tried again to challenge early instead of react. But too deep out of the play, couldn't find their way back. Orange with a minute left to go find themselves in yet another tough game. Blue able to make it 9-6 with a minute left to go. Blue another kickoff, 10-6. This was seeming like it was Orange's game, but you guys might be getting the least amount, you know, of evidence as possible. A 3-game sweep is as short as it can be. And we talked about it. Games 1 and 2 were very close. I mean, blue ended up winning both of them, but it wasn't like it was a foregone conclusion. Now, game number 3 is looking that way. Blue has completely taken over. Air dribble reset, pops up, gets another reset on the ball, flips underneath it. Both defends the ball against the save to get the demo, as well as pops it up and puts it on target. .30 seconds left to go. Blue is just styling right now. Blue double resets. Seems to be playing a bit of keep away. Doesn't really matter. The match is over. Orange. Maybe a goal for the road if blue allows it, but our first mystery match, blue versus orange, goes to, as someone mentioned, is often the higher seed in blue, although that's not really how I thought about this one. I think I just kind of picked randomly for who gets to be blue and who gets to be orange. 2 seconds left to go. That's it. Blue gets the win. It's GG's. I will not show you just yet. Blue has actually already made their guess. I'll reveal later what Blue's guess was. Blue has made their guess. Congrats to everybody who picked blue in the chat, who just got a huge prize. But all right, who do you guys think could be blue? I'm going to take some of your names and put them in a poll. I'm seeing Diaz, Nugget, Zen, Nupo, Yan, Drally, Atto. Nugget is saying Nugget himself. Okay, 1 second. Let me start writing some of these down. Here are 10 options for people who could be on the blue team. 10 options for people who could be on the blue team. Type 1 through 10 based on who you think was playing on the blue team. Chat seems like they're deciding between Diaz or Atto, and pretty heavily Diaz. I mean, Atto has 15%. Chat feels pretty darn good about Diaz being the one who was playing on blue. So I don't think we need to go much longer. We had a few other options. Some people were thinking apparently Jack. He had 20 votes. 55 for Atto was the next best. You guys are pretty certain that Diaz was on blue. So as a collective, we'll have you guys lock in Diaz for blue. Now, who was playing on orange? Who was playing on orange, chat? Give me some of your names. And I'll start reading them out. We have Moxie. We have Jack. We have CRR. Cosmic. Yan. Swift. Wavy. Johnny Boy. Wavy. Toxic. Drally. Okay, that is 10. That is 10. Here are your 10 options for who was playing on orange. Who was playing on orange, chat? Was it Moxie, Jack, CRR, Cosmic, Yan, Swift, Wavy, Toxic, Drally, or Swift twice? But we'll combine Swift votes. Sorry. I didn't realize I'd already typed them in. Swift has 10 votes total if you divide them over the two. But it's looking like it's between Jack, Toxic, or maybe Moxie. Jack, Toxic, or maybe Moxie. Really, it's between Jack and Toxic. So here's what I'm gonna do, chat. I'm actually just gonna let's put Moxie in it as well. I'm gonna restart this. Orange player. Orange player. Was it Jack, Toxic, or Moxie? These seem to be your 3 biggest guesses. So let's have everybody else who is guessing something else decide between these two. And you know what I've realized we need to be having going on right now, which would have really helped the mood if we had it the whole time? Okay. As we removed a lot of the options, it seems like no longer are people split between Jack and Toxic. They're fairly certain it was Toxic. I don't think Jack's gonna come back. Which means the collective of chat decided that the people playing in this match was Diaz and Toxic. Now, why do you guys think that? One chatter says that's wrong. One chatter says everybody gets VIP. Makes no sense, different regions. Nah, it was Wavy, not Toxic. Fast, crazy gameplay because they play Rocket League. I think all of them did. Reveal the players' votes. I will tell you who the players voted first. I don't. Orange Flicks looks like CRR. It was Torsauce. Orange was Johnny. Toxic plays like Moxie, lot of dashes and ground play. You recognize Toxic's speed flip from a mile away. Wow. Not possible. Sam can play NA, not EU or MENA because lag. Too Fast says Joe Mama. Okay. Next, I shall reveal the players' guesses. Blue, who is trying to guess who Orange was. You guys said Orange was toxic. Blue guessed that Orange was Percy. Blue guessed that Orange was Percy. They fell for the banner. Yeah, if you guys noticed, Orange was playing with a Cloud9 banner. Orange was indeed playing with a Cloud9 banner. Was it bait? Now, Orange guessed who Blue was. Orange guessed that Blue, in fact, I think they said, I'll be really surprised if they aren't this person. Orange said, I will be really surprised if it's not Diaz. Orange said it would be really surprised if it was not Diaz. So you guys agreed that Blue was Diaz, so did Orange. And the big reveal of who played today in Blue versus Orange in a sweep 3-0 in favor of Blue. You guys were right. It was Diaz versus Toxic. It was indeed Diaz on the blue team and Toxic on the orange team. You did it! Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. Did you guys enjoy it? Tricked me? Hey. Good, good, good. Yo, no problem. I think Diaz played a very Diaz-esque game. Toxic can be a bit harder to read, but he does have those flicks, and he showed them. The flicks are a big part of his game, and he definitely showed them. Diaz is like a super Diaz. I mean, Diaz played exactly like Diaz does. He opened the game, like game one, with a full field backboard dribble double touch, which if you guys watch my stream at all, if you guys listen to me at all, then you know I have called that the Diaz dribble like a million times. The dribble off the back wall all the way across the field effortlessly. People can do it sometimes. Diaz does it like every time. So I was like, okay, Diaz instantly hit his signature goal. Why did Diaz guess Percy? He got scammed by the Cloud9 banner, which Toxic switched to. You knew it was Toxic thanks to his signature Sky Blue Sub-Zero goal explosion. Ah. You trolled? You realized you'd score with that goal explosion on? So Diaz played the whole series with his goal explosion, which is something I noticed part of the way through. Diaz, like, of all the people who played recently, the Kachow goal explosion is kind of known to be Diaz's, I feel like. So that's why I wish you could just go Stocktain. Back in the day, if you hit new preset, I think everything from beginning to end of the entire preset will be generic. So you don't have to go in and remember to switch everything. But yeah, I saw Kachow and I was like, Diaz has been using Kachow for a while. And somebody who knows Toxic's signature goal explosion, that's pretty impressive as well. He is, although on his top 100 position, he has an epic account. So this shouldn't have changed. Toxic, I don't know if he's on here. I think he is. There's Mr. Orange. There's Mr. Orange right there. Maybe you pre-record and play it on stream. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I mean, everyone might have to just get an alt. Like, if we do a tournament of it or something, it might just have to be alts. Maybe I can type U. There he is. So Death_Bull 301. 301 said Diaz versus Toxic. And then, of course, made the Radosin confirmed joke when Toxic owned gold. And then Diaz or Nupo, maybe slightly wavered, but they locked in Diaz versus Toxic like right away. So that's pretty good. I think it's got to go Death Bull. who has only done 9 messages. The message before getting it right was typing 1 in chat 1 other time. Pretty impressive. He changed his answer, banned him? No, I don't think he did. I think that's clear.